Welcome to this 9th session on shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. So already I have given 8 sessions on the shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. As usual, I will share the link on the description. This session, we are going to see the shortcut key on edit the content of the sheets. Okay, let us move on. So I have 3 sheets available. Let us go to the first sheet. We have a column ID, product name, revenue and rate. Last column called as commission. Let us go to the last column. I want to edit this formula. If you have some formula you want to edit it, or if you have some content you want to edit it. So what is a shortcut key for editing a cell? And I want my cell to go to the last position on the same cell. Last cursor to be at the last position on the same cell. So you can use the shortcut key F2. Functional key F2. When I press F2, you can edit this. It can be a formula, it can be a value. Just press F2 to edit the value. Okay, right. Next, suppose let us take the same example. Here I have the heading as product name, but I want this product name to be in 2 different lines. In the same cell, I want 2 different lines. 2 different lines in same cell. How can I get 2 lines in same cell? If already the cell is available, I can press F2 once again. I can edit the cell. You know that now we are seeing the shortcut. After this product name, I want this product and the name to be in a different cell. So you can use the shortcut key Alt Enter. Just hold the Alt key and press Enter. Alt Enter. So what happens? You can see it has been distributed in 2 different cells. 2 different lines in same cell. This is already entered. Suppose I want to enter a new value. I want to enter a new value here. For example, let us take Microsoft Excel. So I want Microsoft in one line and Excel in another line in the same cell. So if I type Microsoft and I want Excel in another line, next line in the same cell, you can use the same shortcut key Alt Enter. Yes. Now I type Excel. That's it. So now you can see Microsoft Excel is in 2 cells. So 2 different lines. So in a same cell, you want 2 different lines, then you can use this shortcut key Alt Enter. Okay, Alt Enter. Now, for example, I want to write a formula. I want to know what is the total value here. I want to write a formula. So what is the formula is revenue minus commission. I want to write a formula. Okay, so I am writing a formula. Normally what we do is we write the formula and we have to copy the formula on the bottom, right? That's one method. Now what I am going to do is I am going to select the cell where I am going to write the formula. Shift down arrow, down arrow, down arrow. I am selecting the cell. Now I am going to write the formula equal to revenue minus the commission. So what we do is we will press enter, then we will be copying the formula. Instead you can use another thing. That is, I want to complete the entire cell entries, all the cell entries. Either it can be a formula, it can be a value. I want to complete it towards the cell, all the cell. So you can use another key, Control Enter. That's it. Control Enter. You can see that the entire formula is copied on the bottom. Whole formula has been copied on the bottom. Instead of writing the formula and copying the formula on the bottom, I can press Control Enter to copy the formula down. Okay. Now, I want to get the current date. In one cell, I want to get a current date. Control semicolon. Next to L on your keyboard. When I press Control semicolon, you will be getting the current date. And I want the current time. You can press Control Shift colon. Control Shift colon will be the current time. But I want both the date and time in one cell. One cell, I want both the date and time together. So you can press Control semicolon, space bar, just give a space bar, and then press that Control Shift colon. So Control semicolon, space bar, Control Shift semicolon. Now you will be getting the date and time together in one cell. Okay. Next, suppose I want to copy the same formula on the bottom. Same formula. For example, if you go to the previous cell. Here the formula is C18 into D18. I want the same formula, literally the same formula. If you copy and paste, you would have noticed the row number and column number will change, correct? C18 will change into C19, D19, D18 will turn into D19 when you copy it, called as cell reference. We have a separate chapter about the cell references. Probably we'll see it in the later part. Now I want the same formula to be copied on the bottom. The same cell references. You can use the shortcut key. Control single quote. Single quote. Just press Control single quotes. Single quotes. When I press Control single quotes, you can see it has literally copied the same formula. Same thing whatever available. This copies the formula. Even this copies the value also. Suppose I want the same value which is available on the top, I want it on the bottom. Same Control single quotes, it will copy the same value on the bottom. So it can copy the formula as well as it can copy the values also. Okay. Now let us move on to the next part. So here if I go to the third sheet, where I can see there is some names available. After the first name there is a space, enter, and there is a second name. After the first name there is the enter, second name. So like how we have created this one, Microsoft Excel, first is a line, second line. Similarly, I have this. I want this name to be separated. First name in one column, second name in another column. So for that we will be using a feature called as text to columns. But unfortunately in text to columns, how can I use this line breaks? I have pressed Alt Enter and I have given a line break. How can I separate it? First of all, let me select the column, Control Shift down arrow, and I'll go to data. And we can go to the text to columns. Text to columns is once again a very big chapter. We'll see some small tips about the text to columns. I'll go to the text to columns here. Go to data and I click on text to columns. Let me click on text to columns. Now I have delimited here. Delimited means we have some spare Alt Enter. We have pressed Alt Enter here. So let us select delimited and I press next. Now what is a delimiter? Whether you have the tab or a semicolon or a comma or a space, nothing. It's Alt Enter, so you cannot use Alt Enter. For that we have a specific key available. Let us uncheck this tab and I go to the others and I can use a shortcut key Control J. Control J, which will use for a line break between when you want to separate it, line break. So when I press Control J, now you would have noticed here it has given a break here. After the enter, when I pressed Alt Enter, it has given the break here when I press the shortcut key Control J. Now I say next and I say finish. Now you can see one name in one column, another name in another column. So Control J will be the shortcut key for inserting a line breaks in the text columns. Let us come to the last two shortcut keys. Let's go to the first sheet once again. And when I select this column called as commission, I have some different formula. Manually I can check. You can see wherever the green indicator is available, the formula is different here. The formula is different wherever you have the green indicator. But in between I can have some different formulas also. I want to know which are all the cells is having a different types of formulas. I want to know the column difference here. Select the column and you can use the shortcut key Control Shift backslash. When I press Control Shift backslash, it identifies which are all the cells which is having a different formula in this column. In this column, which are all the cells having the different formula. Same thing. Let us go to the next sheet. Here I have the same data which is in row wise. So I want to find out the different formulas in this row. Let me select the row. Now I can straight away press Control backslash. Earlier we have pressed Control Shift backslash. Now I am pressing Control backslash. It automatically identifies which are all the different formulas available in this row. In this particular row, there is some formulas, different types of formulas other than the common formula. These are all the cells which is having different types of formulas. So we have learned some shortcut keys on edit content of a cell. So practice this, as I told, practice, practice and practice. And I will share this sample exercise file on the description also. Please do practice. We will meet on the next week.